Hi, sincere aspirants. Now see the chapter 2 Foreign Impact on the Indian Constitution. First question: Indian political system, which one is supreme? Answer is option B, the Constitution. Generally, people think the Supreme Court is the supreme. No, it is the Constitution which is supreme. And one more important point: who is the guardian of the Constitution? Answer is Supreme Court. And question number 2, the concept of judicial review in India has been adapted from the constitution of which country? Answer is option B, United States of America. Question number 3, the idea of the preamble has been borrowed in Indian constitution from the constitution of. Answer is option D, United States of America. Question number 4, the concept of a union of states in the Indian constitution has been derived from. Answer is option C, British North American Act. This is somewhat a difficult question, but it's fine. At least you should know which sources impacted the Indian constitution. Question number 5, the feature of federal system of Indian constitution is inspired by the constitution of. Answer is Canada. Question number 6, the Indian parliamentary system is different from the British parliamentary system in that India has. Answer is option D, the system of judicial review. Question number 7, the system of judicial review exists in. Answer is option C, India and USA. This is somewhat a difficult question, but generally aspirants think that why should we know whether judicial review exists in USA or not? It is important because at least focus on Indian constitution sources. For example, this question is relevant because Indian constitution has borrowed this judicial review feature from United States of America, right? So if you know that fact, we should know that judicial review also exists in USA, right? Generally. So that is the reason examiner has asked this question to kill. So be mindful of it. Question number 8, which of the following characteristics is common between the federal system of India and America? Answer is option D, a federal Supreme Court for interpretation of the Constitution. Let's see the statement A. In India, we have single citizenship, but in America, they have dual citizenship. So lists also different. Anyway, question number 9, which of the following statements is true? Answer is option A. The federal form of government is in USA. That is correct actually. Question number 10. Concurrent list included in Indian Constitution is given by. Answer is option B, Australia. You have to frame some mnemonics actually to remember which feature has been derived from which country. Question number 11. The idea of concurrent list in the Indian Constitution has been borrowed from. Answer is option C, Australia. Question number 12. The framers of the Constitution of India borrowed the concept of the concurrent list described in the 7th schedule from the Constitution of India. Answer is option B, Australia. See how many times this question has been repeated in different public service commissions. Question number 13. Indian Constitution has taken a certain feature of the Constitution of other countries. Which country has contributed to the framing of the directive principles of state policy? Answer is option B, Ireland. How can you just simply remember this? Like Ireland is famous for revolutions, right? So in revolution in Ireland, some king or leader was giving the directives. Just remember like that. For example, emergency provisions are derived from the Germany, right? So how can you remember? Germany's leader used to be like Hitler, right? He was very strong and autocratic. So he was very much, active in imposing the emergency like situations. So you can remember like that, somewhat, connecting to the real practical world. So Hitler means emergency. So emergency provisions, Hitler means Germany. So Indian constitution has borrowed the emergency provisions from Germany. So something like that you have to remember. These are one-time facts, right? So you just have to remember the static portions just by mnemonics and other ways. Question number 14. In giving representation to talent, experience and service in the composition of the Council of States, the constitution makers of India were influenced by the example of. Answer is option A, Irish Republic. Just now I spoke, right? Kind of talent, experience, service. These are like kind of revolutionary in nature in the upper house of the parliamentary system. So these are derived from the Irish Republic. They are talking about the Council of States. Question number 15. The concept of fundamental duties has been taken from. Answer is option C, Russia, USSR. It used to be called USSR. How can you remember fundamental duties? Like Russia president is Putin, right? Putin is giving, uh, his soldiers directions to follow your duties, right? So Russia, Putin, duties, fundamental duties. So he is very powerful, right? He is asking the people to do your duties sincerely, follow your duties sincerely. So just like that, you remember, just like I told about emergency provisions, Hitler, German, right? Something like that. Question number 17. The tradition of written constitution began from which of the following countries? Answer is option D, America. Anyway, question number 18th. Of the following political features, which is or are the common to India and USA? Answer is option A. Only 3 is correct. So president has the power of pocket veto. So one more important point. One more difference between US president and Indian president is US president only has the qualified veto, whereas Indian president does not have the qualified veto. Question number 19. Assertion and reason. I already told. Just assume that just read the because between these two statements, so that answer will be very easy. The scope of judicial review is limited in India. This is correct because Indian constitution has some borrowed items. This is also correct statement, but is the just because Indian constitution has some borrowed items, is judicial review is limited in India? No. So answer will be for 19th question, answer will be B. Individually assertion and reason are correct, but is reason correctly reflecting the assertion? No. Question number 20, match the following. So in list 1 we can see the features of Constitution of India, and list 2 some borrowed countries they provided. Fundamental rights, they are borrowed from USA. Parliamentary system borrowed from UK. Emergency provisions, I told just now, a mnemonic. Emergency provisions means Hitler, Germany. So Germany. Directive principles also. Some directives from Irish revolutionary leaders or reformers. So Ireland. So 20th question, answer is option C. 21 question, similarly, list 1, list 2. In list 1, they have provided constitutional provisions. List 2, sources. So fundamental rights are sourced from US Bill of Rights. Directive principles of state policy. Where did we borrow this? Yes, Irish constitution, just now I told. And cabinet form of government. This is borrowed from British constitution. Union state relations. This is borrowed from Canadian constitution. So answer for this 21 question is D. Question number 22, same list 1 and list 2 sources. Rule of law. Where did we borrow? England. Procedure established by law. So overall ga 22 question answer option D. Just to give you some important point regarding procedure established by law. What is the difference between procedure established by law and due process of law? This is very important concept for your polity and constitution. In simple words, I tell you, procedure established by law, generally judiciary just looks into the any law made by legislature, just looks into the content, not the intent. You know, what is the intention behind that law? Judiciary generally will not look into that kind of aspect when it comes to the procedure established by law. But when it comes to due process of law, that principles say that not only the content of the law but also the intent of the law. What is the intention behind it? Potential intention also. So that is the core difference between procedure established by law and due process of law. Read it again, you will understand this concept. This is very important. Question number 23. Match the following same sources and country. Direct to principles of state policy. We simply know that. You just frequently just repeat these kind of questions. You will easily remember and recollect. Fundamental rights, simply US. Concurrent list, India as a union of states with greater powers to the union. When it comes to a strong powers with the union, just remember that it is Canada. Okay, for 23rd question, answer is option D. So thank you for your valuable time.